Ahem. Ahem. Excuse me, I'm speaking to you. Are you purposely trying to be rude, or are you hard of hearing? Oh, spare me. I've been watching you for the past 30 minutes, and you haven't moved from this spot, or spoken with anyone else during that time. If you are waiting for someone, they've either abandoned you or forgotten you. More likely, you just didn't want to interact with any of the other guests. Either way, you have enough free time to at least give me a conversation. That's better. Now tell me, what is your name? Not a bad name at all. My name is Trixie Charbonneau, sole heir to the House of Charbonneau and your soon-to-be dance partner. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Although, it would have been more of a pleasure if you hadn't tried to ignore me. I loathe having to repeat myself, you know? Yes, I said soon-to-be dance partner. I didn't spend all that time watching you for nothing. You are fortunate enough to be my dance partner for the evening. That's the brilliance of it. It doesn't matter if you know how to dance. So long as you manage not to step on my toes, I can do the rest. I don't have time for this antisocial nonsense. Give me your hand. Do you see that group over there? Those 3 men in the awful embroidered vests. They've been taking turns pestering me for a dance for the past 2 hours. I keep turning them down, but they're not getting the hint. And like I said, I loathe repeating myself. If they ask me one more time, I'm liable to lose my temper. But if they see I have a dance partner, then they should leave me alone. Yes, I could have asked anyone else here, but I chose you. You should be honored that I decided that you were worth my time. Now come on, we can't very well dance in the corner of the ballroom. Just follow my lead and this will be relatively painless. Put your dominant hand on my shoulder and the other on my waist. Yes, my waist. If you make me repeat myself again, I'm going to leave you in the corner and take my chances with one of those idiots. I understand that I'm the most stunning woman here, but there's no need to get so flustered. It's just dancing. Now, just step in time with the music. It's a simple box step. Anyone with 2 working legs can do it. See? It's not so terribly difficult, is it? Of course not. You just needed to apply yourself instead of lurking in the corner like a scared animal. That being said, keep your chin up. Staring at the floor makes you look like a simpleton. If you're so clumsy that you step on my feet the second you look up from your own, then you wouldn't have caught my eye in the first place. I have a very discerning eye when it comes to people, you know. You don't believe me? Huh, it's not as though I have anything to prove. But fine, I'll indulge you. When I looked at you for the first time, I could tell right away that you're not accustomed to these parties. Your clothes are elegant enough, and the material is good, but they're nowhere near as flashy as what some of the others are wearing. They're also new. In fact, I'd say that this is the first time they've been worn. Oh no, I'm not done. Don't interrupt me. You wanted proof that I knew what I meant, and you're going to get it. That's better. Now, as I was saying, your clothes may be new, but your shoes aren't. You can put as much blacking on them as you want, but that doesn't hide the frayed edges where the leather is peeling. You didn't have enough money left after buying the clothes to get good shoes, did you? It's true that none of that necessarily means you wouldn't be clumsy, but when you pair it with the calluses on your hands, and the healing sunburn on the side of your face, it lets me know that you're used to manual labor. You probably have some sort of field or architectural job, and that means you're at least somewhat coordinated. You look so surprised. Really, it's simple to figure these things out once you know what to look for. Although, you do need to have a certain level of intelligence, but that's something that comes naturally to a Charbonneau. I'd hope the name is familiar. The House of Charbonneau runs the charcoal ink printing company, the biggest and by far best booksellers business on this side of the ocean. There's not a worthwhile bookstore in the country that doesn't buy from us. History, mathematics, philosophy, almanacs, fiction. We deal in every type of book you can think of, and I'm sure plenty that you can't. Of course I like to read. Anyone with half a brain does. There's no greater pleasure in the world than learning, you know. Learning or being transported somewhere else entirely. But that's enough about me. I must admit, I'm curious. What is a worker like you doing at an aristocrat's ball? I know it was open to the public, but you still don't see many of the common folk here. Not to mention the fact that you must have spent more on those clothes than you were used to. Can't I guess? You know, I'm starting to like you. I could guess, but I asked you first. Indulge me. You're joking. You're telling me you went through all this trouble because there was a girl here you had your eye on? And then you got here and saw she was already dancing with someone else? That's rich. That's absolutely rich. Did you think you'd show up and sweep her off her feet in your shabby shoes? Oh, don't be so sensitive. Surely you can see the humor in this. You went through all the time and effort and it was all for nothing. Besides, it's not as though... Wait, what are you doing? Get back here! You can't just leave me! There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you. You know, I wouldn't have gone through the trouble of looking for just anyone. If anyone else here had left me on my own like that, I would have forgotten about them and found a new partner. You should be grateful. Excuse me, I'm talking to you. You're being ridiculous. You're the one that came here assuming this girl would be waiting for you, like some princess locked in a tower. If you never told her how you felt, why did you think she'd wait for you? Fine. I'm sorry that your feelings were hurt by what I said. Is that better? No. So you're just going to sulk here out on the balcony for the rest of the night? Honestly, I didn't think you were so... Were you crying? Don't lie to me. Even if you wipe the tears away, your eyes are red and your collar has a damp spot. You were crying. Listen, do you even know for certain that the girl you wanted to see was dancing with someone else romantically? Just because she was dancing with them doesn't mean she was interested. Oh, you saw them kiss. That certainly would indicate she was interested romantically. I really am sorry. It seemed funny at the time, but it was rude of me to say those things. I shouldn't have been so cruel, especially to someone I've only just met. For what it's worth, before you left, I was going to say that you were too good for her. I was. I chose you as a dance partner for a reason, you know. If I wanted a rich or powerful dance partner, I would have chosen one. But I chose you because I was interested in something else. To be completely honest, even I'm not entirely sure what it was. I just know when I saw you, I felt something. Some sort of attraction. I wanted to talk to you. I had a ready excuse because of those men, but if they hadn't been there, I might have made something up. Although, I shouldn't have needed to. Anyone would be lucky to have a Charbonneau as a dance partner. Please, will you come back inside and dance with me again? I don't want to look for another partner tonight. Thank you. Ugh, don't look so smug. Don't forget who I am. Yes, I suppose I am someone who wants to dance with you. You're a clever one. I like that.